What's up guys, it's Logan from Street Spec here, and I'm going to be showing you guys my personal new project that'll be for the channel and for myself. I'm going to try and get some of my friends' cars on here at some point, but it's been busy. It's our senior year, and they're all pretty much just working or hanging out with other people. Don't really got time to be messing around with cars, or if they do, you know, they kind of just do it by themselves. But, you know, I get some of my friends come over occasionally, but I'll try and get you guys some more cool cars out here. But standing right next to my new baby. If you're wondering about, gotta make sure I don't accidentally get it in shot, but the MR2, I doubt any of you remember that video, but it's a long time ago, which it's the only other video on the channel right now. But the MR2 is no longer with us, which was my first car, and I miss it. I guess you would say technically, I wouldn't say sold, that's a strong word. Traded it for, you know, a tow to the scrapyard because it caught fire. One of the fuel lines ruptured. Kind of sucks. I miss it so bad. But yeah, then I learned manual as I bought an 85 Silica GTS, which it was pretty neat, I'll admit, but it was kind of janky. It had some rust issues, but it was all right. It was okay. It had a lot of body roll, was my main complaint with it. Then I got an Infiniti G35, but it wasn't manual or anything, so it was okay as well. It just wasn't it. It was less it than the Silica. The Silica was fun. G35 was a little fun, but with it being automatic, it's kind of boring. I mean, it just felt like a commuter car. I didn't really feel special or anything. It did have, like, there's like little donut gaskets in the exhaust, but it was missing one of those, so it made a lot of, the, VQ crackles and pops and stuff in the exhaust, which was kind of cool, but at the same time, it's still a VQ. It's a trumpet, which, it's okay. Like, VQs are kind of cool, but not that cool. But I guess I shall show you the new project. It's a 1986 FC on jack stands. Yeah, it's my 1986 RX-7, very base model. Sorry about that. But yeah, she's got some issues, but as you can see, she's not terrible. It has like 6 million dents because there's in a hailstorm at some point. But not a bad car. It runs and drives right now. I got it up in the air because I need to replace the exhaust manifold gasket, and I want to replace the exhaust because it came with a single exit that I want to put on, because the current exhaust, let's see if we can see it over here. Oh, let's see. It's kind of puny. Like it's I don't really care for it, but, and it's not that loud. One thing that's kind of awful I've learned on this car is trying to lift it up, because a lot of this, like, places you'd normally lift up on a car, you can't lift up on this car. Like, they just put no metal in some of this car. So like the normal like little jack points do not work. Of course my poor pinch welds are bent all to hell, so it's kind of hard to lift up on those. But you kind of just have to feel for some good metal. You know, just knock around on the underside of this thing until you find something. Because the car, right, like I don't have like a long reach, low profile. And you're supposed to lift up on the subframe or the, and we're back. Sorry about that. Keep accidentally bumping the volume button and it stops recording. But yeah, she's not too bad. I'll show you guys the interior real quick. Let me pop the door handle. I got all the bolts in here right now, but as you can see, not too terrible. That's a D&D performance wheel in there. It's not a quick release. Let's see, it's got the classic S4 beep. Well, I think both the S5 and S4 got the beep. Kind of annoying sometimes, but I'm not gonna lie. But it's, you know, very period. Which when I got it, it had a little lip on it, which I'll probably throw that back on just so I don't scrape my front bumper, because this car is pretty low. It's on some, I know it's on KYB AGX struts, but I don't know if it actually has like a coilover or anything on it. But it's adjustable struts, so you can tighten them and stuff, and you can lower it too, so I don't know. I'm not exactly big on the coilover. You know, this is my first vehicle with coilovers, and I didn't put them on, so I don't really know too much about it. But let's see, what else? We got an Atkins twin pulley that was put on, which, you know, it's not really for performance or anything. It's just basically so if the belt breaks or like the pulley breaks, like not everything's broke. It just splits it up so you don't accidentally like blow your engine or something. Not bad. Which this car did have AC, but no longer. I didn't take it out, but the person before me. So you got AC lines. It actually has some of the factory like install stuff as far as the different options, which it got optioned with a radio. Ooh baby, that's some fancy stuff. And it got a dealer installed air conditioning, so there's AC lines and stuff, but AC compressor is not there. Which got turbo 2 mirrors. They were just primered out when I got them, but we painted them, and my dad. But I think that covers most of it. But what else is there? I mean, there's some little stuff to do, and there's some big stuff eventually. Because I'm pretty sure, from what I've read on the forums, the oil control rings are out. Because sometimes when you crank it, just get lots and lots of blue smoke, which technically could be the apex seals, but I don't think it is. You know, which that could just be me in denial, but we'll see here. But anyways, even if it is apex sealed, to replace the oil control rings, you have to take the engine out, so it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna just ride this out, because oil control rings, really all it does is burn oil. It doesn't really affect much else. I mean, I'm sure long term, but you know, I don't plan on like keeping it like this forever, but for now, until I get the other kinks worked out, like trying to get these cars to idle correctly is a pain, like because they have like fast idle, it's like a little screw that you have to tighten and loosen to try and get it to idle right. Which you got the there's one that like controls your cold start idle, and one controls your like just normal idle. But it's kind of a pain. And as I said, all the vacuum lines and emission stuff, which a lot of the emission stuff has been deleted, so it's kind of like, it's like hopefully they did it right, but you know, it's just, we'll see. I need a new oil pan gasket, because it's not like dripping or anything, it's just like simmering, like you can see in the cracks, just oil in between the pan. and the actual engine itself. I guess I'll update you guys again soon, hopefully, after I've got the new exhaust on, which there's one other issue I don't think I mentioned yet. It kind of does leak fuel, just a smidge, which that's only if you jack up the passenger side of it, and only the passenger side of it, when the gas tank's full. So I'm thinking there might be a hole in it. I don't know if I already said in the video or not, but might be a hole in it. Gonna have to drop the tank, because I've looked at the actual fuel pump while it was leaking, and it was not leaking from the fuel pump. Like, that whole top area was completely like dry. There was nothing, and then you could see it was running down the driver's side. So I'm thinking it's like near the top but not quite, or maybe like on the top, just you can't see it from the little fuel pump access door. But yeah, I'll give you guys some updates in the future. If you like this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.